I wanted to talk a little bit about something called opiate use disorder. It was created in October of 2022, last year, and it's basically a state of dishealth characterized by opiate use that varies in degree and intensity per user, but affects the user's ability of day-to-day life, to hold on a job, basically like if your opiate use has negative consequences on your life, then you are in a state of dishealth. You have a disorder, a disease. So this is like a really new idea and stuff for like the rest of society. But for addicts, it's something that we've known is true for a while. Just because you do drugs, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or you're unable to be a parent or you're untrustworthy or irresponsible. Particularly with opiates, there's a lot of reasons that people use opiates. Like a lot. Like trauma, physical, mental trauma. Probably they might have been prescribed an opiate by a doctor at some point in time. And the nature of opiates is to form a tolerance and an addiction. So as we use it as a form of pain medication, the probability of addiction is high. High enough for the makers of, many painkillers to actually be sued. And so that means that there's a degree of responsibility on the manufacturers for making something that knowingly hurts people. Opiates hurt people that use them and family, friends. It ends up like hurting society. So what do we do? Do we treat these people like criminals? Further stigmatizing their state of dishealth? Taking from them even more so the self-efficacy, the ability for self-efficacy, the drive, the support to tackle that long, hard road to sobriety. People don't avoid sobriety and avoid getting clean because it's like delightful. Actually, getting clean is hard. It's painful. You can get sick, really sick. In some cases, it's going to be debated, but I've seen people that have used opiates for the vast majority of their life, and once incarcerated and taken away from their daily supply of medicine, they languished and perished and died. So medicine is any substance that's used in the body that elicits a chemical reaction change. Okay, so that would be opiates, that would be coffee, that would be cigarettes, that would be a lot of things. Opiates began as a medicine to hurt pain. When law enforcement has the idea that someone's past, full of pain, has no bearing on their use of opiates today to cope with the pain, really is why I'm trying to make this video and shed light on some stuff. I'm not saying that everything I've done during my addiction is right. But I will say that I have an addiction because I don't have the coping skills to deal with some of the trauma that I've been through. And in order for me to live, I either have to deal with that trauma, which I don't have the coping skills to do, or I have to numb or medicate that trauma. I don't want to excuse any of the mistakes I've made during active addiction, during my state of opioid use disorder, dishealth. I want to excuse any of those behaviors. I would just ask that I not get treated like a criminal. That none of us get treated like a criminal. We're not criminals. We're sick. It's a disease and we're sick. I don't see how incarceration or belittling, humiliating helps the disease. I don't think that opiate use or someone with an opiate use disorder should be disqualified for being a parent, having a job, having their freedom. But in today's society, that's the reality. Not reality is something that keeps users in shame and fear and in active use. So I really just wanted to express that it's a new idea, opiate use disorder. And I can understand if society, including law enforcement, isn't really used to the idea. But it's backed by medical science, by medical data, findings, research. I don't think that police officers or investigators are doing a justice to members of the society that suffer from this disorder when they treat us like we're criminals and not like we're sick and we need help.